will look like this. Coordinates on axis. Coordinates on axes. And by axes, I mean, now what I'm making you do right now is not something that should be made to do. This you should already know. Okay, but still I'm doing it as a separate topic, as a separate concept. So we've got x-axis and y-axis. Now we're talking about coordinates that are on the axes. For example, if we are dealing with coordinate geometry and we have this on a grid, or that we are told that there is a coordinate, let's say there is a coordinate let's say we have a coordinate right about here. Let's say this is A. Now, where is A? Where is the location of A? If you were to tell somebody, where is A? What will any one of you say? How can you tell where A is? Yes. Anyone? Can somebody tell where A is? Okay, you directly told the coordinate. Yes, I'll explain equidistant again. A, okay, you guys are directly telling. What I wanted to hear was A is on x-axis. Because at times in question, yes, Fatma, at times in questions the examiner has not given any diagram and it says A is on x-axis. So for that particular part, what I'm about to tell you is, what I'm trying to tell you is that the coordinates are always x comma y. But if you know that the coordinate is on x-axis, then its x will be the value 2 and y will always be 0. Y will always be 0. Similarly, if I talk about this coordinate, again, this is on what? X-axis. So its x will be the given value, -4, but its y will be 0. Now, if I come to any coordinate on the y-axis, so again, this has x or y, but it is on the y-axis, so its y will have the value that is written. However, its x will be 0. Y will be -4 and x will be 0. I hope this is clear. I hope this is clear. These are very, very small things. इसका ग्राफ सही नहीं है और ये दोनों के आंसर सही नहीं आ रहे. किसका ग्राफ ठीक नहीं? इसका? ये सही है. क्या इशू है? ठीक तो है. ग्राफ सही बना है. सही है. ये -5 यहाँ नहीं, यहाँ आएगा ना भाई. -2 -5 इसको यहाँ बनाओगे ना, यूं बनाओगे. और ये दोनों तो ग्राफ बनाने से कोई मसला थोड़ी है. शेडिंग कहाँ करोगे? शेडिंग इंपॉर्टेंट. शेडिंग अंदर करो. अंदर लेस देन है ना, तो x ग्रेट ये वाला बनेगा ना, x ग्रेटर देन और लेस देन. ये दोनों क्या इशू आ रहा है? इसका आंसर आ रहा है, मेरा आ रहा है, ये दोनों बुक में आ रहे हैं. ये दोनों तो वर्किंग तो दिखाओ. तुमने वर्किंग दिखाई नहीं मुझे. तो बी और ए की जगह क्या डाला है? हाउ वुड आई नो? सेम ही डाला है ना, यही डाला है. करके दिखाएं. चलें. Now another concept I need to discuss is parallelogram. Now, for parallelogram, please notice first one thing. If this is A, if this is A, and imagine the examiner has not given you coordinates, but it says parallelogram ABCD. ABCD. If the examiner says parallelogram ABCD, how will you know where B is now? If this is B, if this is B, this is B, or this is B. Now, in case you don't have the coordinates, there are only two possibilities: clockwise or anti-clockwise. There are two possibilities. Both are correct. So if somebody writes B over here and somebody writes B over here, both are correct. But if somebody writes B over here, this is wrong. Are you understanding? Adjacent coordinates will be on adjacent points. So let's say I choose clockwise. मैंने choose किया ना? This is B. Now, what will be C then? If somebody writes C over here and somebody writes C over here, this is wrong, because we have to move clockwise. So C is here and D is here. Any problem? This is important what I'm about to tell you. Any problem? I hope there's no problem with this. This was easy, I think. Okay. Now, what's the important thing in this is that if I join the diagonals, this point will be the midpoint, and it will be shared by both of the white lines. Matlab, both white lines will have the same midpoint. So if I say midpoint of AC is equals to midpoint of BD, this property holds. This is correct. This is the correct property. Now, for this property to work in a shortcut way, I have devised one thing. For example, if A is x1, y1, B will be x2, y2, C will be x3, y3, and this will be x4, y4. Now, the reason I'm making you write x1, x2, x3, x4 is because of the formula. In the question, it will not be given to you x1, x2, x3, x4. In the question, the x-axis, the x-coordinate will have some values. The x-coordinate will have some values. I will do one question right now. Okay? What you need to understand is, if this is x1, if you said this is x1, then x3 will be diagonally opposite. x3 will be opposite to it. समझ आ रही मेरी बात? x3 will be what? Diagonally opposite x3. So the formula is x1 plus x3 equals x2 plus x4, and same for y1 plus y3 equals y2 plus y4. I don't know if you've learned this before, but this is an important thing. Yes, Sama, you are right. C will be the same. Please copy this down. Then we'll do one question about of this, and move on to more next concept. Now we need to do one more concept today. हाँ? क्या आंसर आ रहा है? सर ये आ रहा है, इसका आ रहा है अच्छा -23 दोनों आ रहे हैं 4 into 6 into 20 upon 26. ठीक है, इसका आंसर ये क्यों आ रहा है? कैलकुलेटर में कैसे डाला दिखाओ? ऐसे ही डाला था. ये होगा माइनस प्लस 23. मैंने प्लस नहीं, मैंने ऐसे डाला है. ठीक है, ये बात है. मैं भी चलो वैसे डाल दूंगा. A is 6, right? And C is 20 upon 2 multiplied by. हेलो, बेटा कॉपी कर लिया सबने? हेलो मैं घर पे क्लास ले रहा हूँ. क्लास ले रहा हूँ, घर पे हूँ। जल्दी काम बोलो, क्लास में हो यार, क्या कर रहे हो? क्या सीन क्या है? सीधी बात नहीं करते। एनीवे, अच्छा, फॉर दोस्त जिनको ये पैरेललोग्राम मिस द कॉन्सेप्ट एंड कुड नॉट अंडरस्टैंड, आई एम डूइंग वन क्वेश्चन नाउ, ठीक है? आई होप यू हैव कॉपीड. Let's do one question now. If you will notice over here in question 6, read this. Read this part. Given that A, B, C, D is a parallelogram, find the coordinates of D. Now we do not know where D is, right? We do not know where D is. So now we can use that concept. So to find the x coordinate, we will use x1 plus x3 equals y1, sorry, equals x2 plus x4. Now I want all of you to tell me that what will be x1 and what will be x3. सवाल दिखाओ। ये रहा, पीछे क्या? पीछे भी है ये दोनों, 3/4 5/2। चेक अगेन। पीछे can somebody tell me what will be x1 and what will be x3? If you are taking C as x1, then A cannot be x2, beta. If you are taking C as x1, then x3 will be diagonally opposite. Then how will you know which letter is diagonally opposite? Look, focus here. A, B, C, D. A and C will be diagonal. एक छोड़ के. You leave one letter and you move on to next. That will be diagonal. B and D will be diagonal. So if A is x1, C will be x3. So if you take A as x1, C will be x3. Here. So if I continue with the question, the formula is x1 plus x3, and the problem was what will be x1 and what will be x3 and what will be x2 and what will be x4. So for that, if they have given the parallelogram ABCD, take A as x1, take x coordinate of A as x1, then leave one coordinate, then you move on to C. The x coordinate of C will be x3. So x1 is -2, x3 is 3 equals x2 will be B, and x4 will be D. So D, the coordinate of B is 1, plus we do not know what the coordinate of D is. So -2 plus 3 is 1 equals 1 plus x4. 1 will come over here, 1 minus 1, x4, 0 equals x4. So the x coordinate of D is 0. X coordinate of D is 0. Now we do the same working with y. So y1 plus y3 equals y2 plus y4. Again, y1 will be from A and y3 will be from C. So 1 plus C is 4 equals y2 will be from B, 1 plus y4. Now send this one over to this side. 1 plus 4 is 5, minus 1 equals y4, and y4 is 4. So x4 and y4, 0 and 4, the coordinate of D will be 0, 4. This will be D. If I join these, look, I will have a parallelogram. Questions, beta? Questions? Questions, please, questions. Risal, clear हुआ? Was x1, x3 क्या होगा? Clear है? 2e चेक करो, 2e सवाल दिखाओ मुझे। अब सवाल में कोई प्रॉब्लम होगा। Irsal, what's the issue? Tell me. The last three things. By last three things, you mean these three lines? Yeah. A and C are considered diagonally opposite. That's what I did, beta. That's what I did. A and C are diagonally opposite. A and C. Look, ना ये देखें. Look, A, C. Okay, Risal. Do you understand this? This. The midpoint of AC will be equals to midpoint of BD. Do you understand that? Midpoint of AC. Yes. So if you understand that, then you can apply directly that, because जो मैंने ये shortcut निकाला है ना, that is actually derived from this only. So what you can do, if you can find the midpoint of A, sorry, midpoint of A and C, you using the formula of x1 plus x2 upon 2, comma y1 plus y2 upon 2, which we did yesterday. Sorry, on Thursday, I think. And then you find the midpoint of BD, this and this. You equate both of them, you will have the same working. Is that clear now? Chale. I want you to do this part using the midpoint concept and send me the working after class. So any questions up till now? Class, Fatma, Muqtaza, please ask me if there's any question. I'm waiting. Now let's revise one more thing about parallelogram. Now the concept that I've given you about parallelogram is also applicable on squares and rectangles. Please write that down.